How's it going? David from Comic Book Investments. So in this video, we're going to go back in time 4 years ago to the release of Captain Marvel. It was in February of 2019. And we're going to look at all those key comic books, all the ones that people said the spec on, and see where they are at today. Let's see if they've lost money or maybe they've gained money. We'll see over that span of time. Remember, there's the comic boom that happened in 2022. So we'll see if that affected the books at all, and we'll see where they're at today. All the spec books, for the most part, I mean, there's a few of them that I didn't include because they were just so small. There's not enough sales data on it. But before I get into that, if you like this book over here, this Batman comic books, Neil Adam, we have it as a giveaway over on my website, collectorscomics.com. All you literally have to do is click enter. You have to be signed up, of course, and then we'll announce the winner at the end of this auction. We have an auction going on with a ton of good stuff. Go check it out, collectorscomics.com. Let's get into the first key, and let's see how it's doing today. So first we got is Marvel Superheroes number 13. Now, this is the first appearance of Carol Danvers. So a 4.0 is down 56%. At the time of the release of the movie back in February 19, it was selling for $275. Now it's selling for $120. As you can see, the comic boom didn't really help it much either. 6.5 is down 76% from 650 to 155, and a 9.0 is down 67% from 3,000 to 1,000. Now this was the first appearance of Carol Danvers, and this is the biggest key on this list that portrays to Captain Marvel, the Carol Danvers Captain Marvel. Next we got is Marvel Superheroes 12. A 6.0 is down 57% from $237 to now selling for $100, and 8.5 down 11% from $332 to $297, and a 9.4 is actually up from the release of the movie back in February of 2019. It was selling for $886. Now it's currently selling for $990. That's up 11%. So this one is actually the first appearance of Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, which is the original. There's actually Shazam, which is Captain Marvel, and that's a whole nother story. But this is the first Captain Marvel. Later, he died, and that mantle went to Carol Danvers. And also, this is the first appearance of Jan Rog. That is the character that Jude Law played. So that was the first appearance of this character as well. And this one, not all of them were going down. Some of the grade rangers were going up, like this one, 11%. Next, we got Fantastic Four number 2. A 5.0 is up 17% from way back in February 2019, selling for $2,040. Now it is selling for $2,400. That is up 17%. So this is the first appearance of the Skrulls. So obviously they're the bad guys, good guys kind of thing in the Captain Marvel movie. And then they also got another little jump because they're now in the Secret Invasion. They're like the main story point of the Secret Invasion TV show. So yes, this one is up. Now, not all grade ranges are up, but this one is up. There's a few that are up and a few that are down, but this one is up. Next, we got Fantastic Four number 65. A 9.0 is down 25%. Way back then, it was selling for $600. Now it is selling for $449. So this is the first appearance of the Kree and the first appearance of Ronan. Ronan was in this movie, in Captain Marvel movie, but it was also in the Guardians movie. And also the first appearance of the Supreme Intelligence, which was that, I forget the actress's name, but that woman who was in that like weird hologram universe mind thing with Carol Danvers, Brie Larson. And that was the first appearance of that character as well. So a lot of key appearances in this one, but it's kind of up and down all over the place. Got a little bit of bump from the comic boom, but overall, most of the grade ranges, they're all down. Next, we got Captain Marvel 18. A 9.0 is down 64% from $177, now selling for $63. This is the first time that Captain Marvel, Brie Larson's character, gets her powers. So in the beginning, she was just a regular woman. Now she gets her powers in this issue. I remember this book going like sky high, and it got no help from the comic boom whatsoever, and it's just been dropping ever since because it's such a minor key. Next, we got Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16. A 9.8 is actually up 26% from $397, now selling for $500. So this is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau, who later becomes Photon. Now, Monica Rambeau was this in it, but more of like a kid and backstory and in a little bit in the original movie. She became more prominent in the WandaVision TV show, and then now she's Photon in the new movie that's coming out called Marvels or The Marvels, something like that. And so she went up a little bit, but then comic boom happened, went up a lot because there's a lot of speculation during that time, and also the WandaVision, and also she was going to be in the sequel. So that one actually helped a lot. So now it's up 26%, and it's up pretty much most grade ranges from back in February of 2019. Next, we got Miss Marvel #1. Back in February 2019, it was a 9.8 was selling for about $2,400. Now selling for $950. That is down 60%. This book was at an all-time sky high. You can see this is going straight up at the release of the movie, a little bit before. Some of these comics peaked before the release as opposed to after the release, usually because of the hype. And then, I'm just measuring it at the same time, February 2019. That's when the release was. And it dropped, and the comic book helped up a little bit, and then it continued dropping. But this is the first time that Carol Danvers becomes Miss Marvel. So becomes her own kind of superhero. Next, we got Avenging Spider-Man #9. A 9.8 is down 77% from 575 to 135. So this is the first time that Carol Danvers, who becomes Miss Marvel, now takes up the mantle of Captain Marvel. So that's when she takes up that mantle. This book was really hot, and now obviously it's down 77%. This is the biggest drop on our list, down to $135 for a 9.8, and I would imagine this book will probably continue dropping still. Next, we got Uncanny XMen 164. A 9.8 is down 47% from 360, now selling 193. This is the first time that Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel, becomes binary, and it got a lot. I'm not even entirely sure why this book. I guess it was kind of like during this time, like everything that was like a key in any kind of light for Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel was getting a push, and this was one of them. Got a push, went back down, came back up during the comic boom, because during the comic boom, people were going for like the X-Men side of it, not so much the Captain Marvel binary side. They're just going for all X-Men keys. And then it's been dropping ever since, down 47%, so not as bad. Again, these are not like the peaks of when they were, because sometimes they might have peaked a few months before, but just according to February, if you jumped in this book after seeing the movie, you'd be down 47%. Next, we got Incredible Hulk 418. A 9.8 is down 54% from $110 to $50. So this first appearance, Talos, it was Ben Mendelsohn's character. He's also in the new Secret Invasion. But yeah, there's not too much sales data, but this one is up to $110, now selling for $50, which is basically case cost. Case cost meaning the cost that it takes to send the book to CGC, shipping there and back, insurance, and the cost of casing it if you sent one book. Next, we got Giant Size Miss Marvel #1. A 9.8 is down 35% from $155 to $100. This is the first appearance of Goose the Cat. Have you seen the first movie? And I think it's in the second movie as well. There's a cat, but it was originally named Chewie, and they changed it for the movie. That's the first appearance of this cat. Not very many sales, but it did, back in February 2019, sell for $155, now selling for $100. I imagine this book is going to drop even more than that. 35% is not that much, but I imagine it could be selling for like the $75, $80 range. Captain Marvel #13. A 9.8 is down 47% from $95 to $50. This is the first appearance of her mohawk. Yes, when Captain Marvel gets her mohawk, signature look, and very minor key. I'm not surprised it's selling for $50. That's pretty much this case cost at this point. Next, we got Captain Marvel #1, a 9.8 selling for 65% down, and it was selling for $161, now selling for $56. This is they took this storyline and based the movie off of this. I think it's called Harder, Further, Faster, something like that. So this is kind of the storyline that the movie was based off of, and it is a number one, so you got that going for it, but not too much going on in terms of a key. So it's down to pretty much a case cost, and it'll probably continue to drop. It's going to be one of those. It's like 1 month they'll sell for $30, next month they'll sell for like $60. There's not that many sales these days. Next we got Avengers 346. A 9.8 is down 66% from 125 to 42. This is the first appearance of Shatterex. It was like a team of like Kree and different things. Some of the characters that was on this team appeared in the movie. I don't know if they appeared by name as the Shatterex. I don't think so, but they did. Some of the characters were by name in the movie, and such a minor key, but it was selling for $125. A bunch of them jumped up, but now it's selling for $42. Next we got is Avengers 246. A 9.8 is down 45% from peaking at $85, now selling for $47. For a 9.8 selling for $47. This is the first appearance of Maria Rambeau, which is Monica's mother. And Maria Rambeau is the character that Carol Danvers mostly interacts with in the movie. And so, yeah, that's that character. And I mean, not a huge character that people are like, I need to collect that book. So, but it did peak at $85. Now it's on $47. Yeah, and that's basically where it's probably going to sit. Last on the list, we got Avengers 89. A 9.6 is down 26% from 325 to 240. This is the start of a very long ongoing issue of the Kree versus Skrull wars. And I believe it lasts like 8 or 9 issues. And so it's kind of there. They kind of have like a war going on, but not really. There's kind of more talk about it. But it was a Spec book. And I mean, it's kind of cool cover to begin with. But down 26%, that's not that bad. And overall, it wasn't really hyped up that much. If you look at that graph, it wasn't like going sky high or anything like that. But overall, it's down. So let's look at this overall. Let's see how many actually won and how many lost. And again, there's some other books in there that I saw that were just very, very minor Spec books. And there's just so little sales data on it. It wasn't that big of a deal. They probably saw like a 10 to 30% increase and then have dropped. But none really selling that were verified sales, probably more raw sales. But let's see how many made money or at least increased, at least had a few wins in there, and how many lost. All right, so we got 3 that went up in price. Marvel Superheroes 12, FF2, and Spiderman Annual 16. And the rest that were 13 all pretty much have gone down from their release date of February 2019. So there you go. That is all of them. Pretty much 13 lost money from the release date. And a lot of them were actually higher slightly before, like 2-3 months before. They peaked even higher, and they were kind of dropping down when the release of the movie happened. None really peaked after the release. A few of them got a bump from the comic book boom. So like many years later, like 2 years later, they got a slight increase because of the comic boom. But overall, 13 lost money. 3 at least gained in some grade ranges. Now, this was for the Captain Marvel movie, which was not received very well by fans. If you like this kind of series, I can do one on a more popular character, maybe Black Panther, Iron Man, the Hulk. Hulk had a couple movies back in the day. And we can see from there. Leave a comment below what other series, if you like this kind of stuff, you want me to check out. And I'll check it out. Shang-Chi, if you want Shang-Chi, I can do that one. Whatever you want if you like this series. Also, be sure to go do the giveaway. collectorscomics.com. Link is always in the description. We have tons of stuff in auction. It's our biggest auction yet. We got Hulk ones, Spider-Man ones. We got X-Men ones everywhere. Hulk 181s and a 9.4. We got whatever you want. We got it. Have a good day.